Two men block the path ahead. Footsteps echo from behind. Your body locks up. This is not a duel, it's a storm. Here is what matters. You don't fight the rain, you navigate the eye of the hurricane. The single most dangerous variable in a violent encounter is not the strength of an attacker, nor the speed of a punch. It is the number of vectors from which harm can arrive. A one-on-one fight follows a predictable line. Two or more opponents create a dynamic, shifting web of threats that collapses your safe zone. Most self-defense systems assume a single opponent. The stance faces one direction. The guard protects the front. The footwork moves along a straight line. Against two or more, these habits become death sentences. The moment you commit to blocking a punch from the front, your back is exposed to a kick from the side. The moment you clinch one opponent, the other has a free path to your skull. The science of spatial control rejects this linear model entirely. It demands a 360-degree awareness and a tactical brain that treats the ground beneath your feet as a chessboard. The key principle is linear alignment. You force all attackers to line up in a single column relative to your position. This transforms a multi-directional threat into a series of one-on-one encounters, stacked in time. If three men approach from three directions, you do not stand still. You angle off to one side, using footwork to place the closest attacker directly between you and the others. Now, the second and third attackers must either push past their own man or circle wide, buying you precious seconds and forcing them into single-file engagement. This is not a natural instinct. The untrained human under threat will either freeze in place or back straight up. Backing up invites the attackers to close the circle. Freezing makes you a stationary target. The trained response is lateral or diagonal movement, always toward the flank of the nearest threat. The trained movement is called blading off. By stepping offline, you present a narrower target profile and simultaneously use the first attacker's body as a shield against the others. The geometry of the encounter shifts from a star to a line. When the first attacker commits, you do not meet him head-on. You evade and counter from an angle. A simple step-and pivot moves your body off the line of attack while your hand strikes the attacker's face or throat. The strike is not meant to finish the fight. It is meant to disorganize the attacker, to create a momentary flinch or stumble. That moment of disorganization is your window to move again. You do not linger. You flow like water, always shifting to a new angle, always keeping the nearest body between yourself and the others. The third pillar is visual management. The human eye is wired for focal vision, sharp, detailed, but narrow. Under stress, this narrows further, creating tunnel vision. Against multiple attackers, tunnel vision is a death sentence. You must cultivate peripheral awareness, a soft gaze that takes in the entire space without fixating on any single point. This is not a mystical skill. In practice, you learn to scan, a quick, rhythmic movement of the eyes that sweeps the environment every few seconds. The scan catches the flanker, the man circling behind, the bottle being picked up from the ground. The scan feeds your brain the data it needs to make split-second spatial decisions. Train this deliberately. Every few seconds, move your eyes, not your head, to cover all directions. Your feet are the most important weapons in this game. Not for kicking, but for placement. Every step must have a purpose. A step forward closes distance to the nearest attacker and forces him to react. A step backward is rarely used. It invites pursuit and collapse of the line. The preferred footwork is the pivot step. The rear foot swings around the front foot, turning your body 45 degrees while maintaining balance. This allows you to face a new threat without crossing your feet or losing your base. The pivot step is the foundation of all multiple attacker footwork. You drill it until it becomes subconscious. In a real encounter, you won't have time to think about which foot goes where. Your body must know the movement without conscious thought. Another critical footwork pattern is the shuffle off the line. When an attacker charges, you do not meet him. You shuffle diagonally forward and to the side, slipping past the attacker's lead shoulder. This places you on the attacker's flank, a position of immense tactical advantage. From the flank, you can strike the attacker's kidney, knee, or temple, while using the attacker's body as a barrier against the other opponents. The flank is the safe zone in a multi-attacker fight. Every movement should aim to reach the flank of the nearest threat. Practice this movement until it is automatic. When you see a charge, your body should immediately move offline and forward, not backward. There is a concept in military tactics called the kill zone. It is the area where an ambush is most effective. In a multiple attacker scenario, you must avoid being drawn into the kill zone. The attackers will try to funnel you into a corner, against a wall, or into a narrow space where your movement is restricted. Your priority is to keep the space open. This means moving toward open ground, not away from it. It means using the environment, a parked car, a table, a lamppost, as a temporary barrier to break the attacker's coordination. A choke point can work for you if you control it. Put a barrier between you and the majority of the attackers, and you reduce the number of vectors you face. Now put it together. You face 3 attackers. You blade off, aligning them. You scan to track all threats. You pivot to face the nearest, shuffle to his flank, strike to disorganize, and move again. You never stop moving. You never let them surround you. You use the environment to break their coordination. This is not a technique. It's a system of movement and awareness. Drill it with a partner or a small group. Start slow, then increase speed. Make your footwork and scanning automatic. In the chaos of a real fight, you will not rise to the occasion. You will fall to the level of your training. Train this system until it is second nature. This is the unseen circle. You don't fight the storm, you control the space. Train the footwork, scan, and move. That's how you survive the alley.